Hey there, guys and gals, and hello, friends. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. This will be January 25 Extravaganza number 2. It is about 20 after 12 on Saturday, the 18th of January of 2025. And I am in Williams, which is in Coconino County, Arizona. Now, dude, you saw yesterday, sadly, is at Rising Star. So anyway, I am at the paved west end of the Mother Road right here. God, the sun, you know, you're an idiot. Of the sun, and I wanted to come out here just because, you know, my love of the Mother Road, the old road, and all that stuff. Now, I want to give a shout out to my bro Nathan. The opening, I started to call people brother and sister when I retired. Well, recently, I guess, the last a few years. Then I started to call people fam, and now I've settled on friend. So if you are my server and I can't remember your name, or you are at the drive-through, or you're something you're doing for me, it's always thank you, my friend. Hello, my friend. Excuse me, my friend. I like that. That rolls off the tongue easy, and it might not be overly friendly. Anyway, that's how Nathan opens, and I like that. So Nathan, I'm stealing it, and I'm gonna note edits from you. Also, in Nathan's last vlog, where he talks about overlanding, he was wearing his wintry hat. You see, I've got mine on too, Amazon. As much as I hate doing business with these idiots, here we are, and I got gloves in the car. So you may be asking, dude, what are you doing in Williams in January? And bluntly, I came up here because it's the winter time, and I have a four-wheel drive truck if I need, and I just, you know, I want to experience at least a little bit of this. I don't want to live up here. Y'all who think shoveling snow is like the greatest shit in the world, let me just remind you of my bro, Cubby, who when he moved west, he told me, I got tired of shoveling partly cloudy, and if you know, you know. So we're going to put back into town. I'm going to probably put in some road footage of me driving through town, and then I'm going to get out and hopefully take some handheld. So you'll see that now, and we'll see what's next. Now we're looking at the westbound at the Williams sign that the city puts in. Let you know what you're leaving. Williams is a railroad town, about 1881 or so, when I believe it was the Santa Fe put tracks in through here. Williams was the last town on the Mother Road to be bypassed by the freeway Interstate 40. So now here's our sign for the 100th anniversary of US 66 and the Mother Road, though it wasn't the Mother Road in 1926, it was the Mother Road after the Grapes of Wrath. So anyway, we're gonna press on down into town. Here's an old school Dairy Queen sign at the Dairy Queen, which is closed for the winter. So we'll see what's next. Our next stop of the day in downtown here is the Williams Grand Canyon News newspaper, or what used to be. I have no idea if they're still open. It looks like it's the tour place, but or the tourist guides or whatever. But anyway, you know, I'm a refugee of print media, so here you go. I had to overdub this. I don't know why everybody on God's green earth has to have copyrighted music everywhere you turn around. Anyway, this is the world famous Sultana Bar and Theater. It was built in 1912. My wife loved bears, and here's a bear right here. This, where the Cruiser's gift shop is, used to be the telegraph office. The telegraph came in 1894. It was here in 1910. The office was built in 1910 until the 40s, and then it is now what it is now. And a sharp drink Coca-Cola sign. Looks like it also has some neon. It's just not on right now. By God, I guess the paper's still in business. Here's something you definitely do not see hardly ever anywhere. This is a show rack. K-Check was the other manufacturer that we dealt with. But this, I can't tell you how many thousands and thousands of papers I put in the racks just like this. I was right. Citizens Bank opened on Armistice Day, November 11th, 1918. It was a bank until 1958. Here's the Grand Canyon Hotel sign. Since 1891, I think vacancy is a little bit more than 350. The hotel had its own water supply and was the only surviving building of the 1895 fire. It was built for a guy named Cormac E. Boyce, known as the man who built Williams. So here you go. The Grand Canyon Tavern used to be here, replacing the 1897 wood frame tailor shop and opium den. The guy August Teslaff built the structure within a month of the July 1901 fire, and in 1946, Rod Graves upgraded the storefront, and now it's opened as the Grand Canyon Tavern, and now it's a wine shop. So here you go. There we go. Here's the colors of the west side for it's also neon for this building that I'm going to film here in a second. This is also the Duffy Brothers grocery store built in 1912. It was built to be the bank, but it was a grocery for most of its life, and now it's the type of store, clothing, souvenirs. There you go. The turquoise building with the Cocopelli is the old post office that built in 1907 and became the post office in 1926. There's that guy Cormac E. Boyce popping up again. Well, between the Canyon Club and this large stone building with the grill, the Route 66 store, and the tribal jewelry, we'll walk across and talk about this as well. We're almost done in right true downtown. We're now in front of the Addicted to 66 Deals souvenir store, home of the world's largest steel Route 66 shield sign. And here is their car. I'm going to have to overdub this, but here's the car, the world famous Olds 98. I've always liked this smoked glass or obscure glass bricks as walls in houses or buildings. I think this looks way sharp. As I start walking up the other side of the street, which is actually, I think it's US 66 is the name of the street. It seems to me when I put the address into my GPS, I had to use US 66. So here you go. Pete's Gas Station Museum, not open, but these old school pumps, there's a pretty big market for these, especially this nice looking. A little bit further up the street again, these pumps restored like this. The glass domes especially are very, very valuable. This is the Tetzlaff building, and I mentioned August Tetzlaff a couple of shots ago. This was built in 1897 as a saloon and a bordello, a two-story outhouse, whiskey, pool tables, and poker, as well as the Chinese restaurant and the opium den in the back of the building. This stopped the devastating fires of 1901 and 1903, fires that burned down all of the Saloon Road to the east, which I'm going to film right now. Most all of this is not how it was. So we're almost done down here. Starting to run out of steam. This is the Cabinet Saloon, 1893. I'm in traffic. Something tells me I'm going to try the Pine Country restaurant here. It looks inviting from the outside. Now, I've said Williams is a giant train town, 1881, and this looks like what used to be the station. And as we scroll, kind of at white gray building in the background, I'm fairly sure is a Harvey house. And I think that the restaurant's called the Fred Harvey Restaurant. So and some of the train cars for the Grand Canyon Railway. Now this is going to be important because I already bought a ticket for the train ride from here up to the South Rim. It leaves about 9:30. I think you'll board it back at 3:30. It's an hour and a half each way or something. I'll talk more about it tomorrow, but I wanted to point out that I'm not going to talk about all the train stuff, the station and the Harvey house, until I'm going to do it tomorrow. So I have all the train stuff on the same day. I got absent-minded and didn't drive all the way down the street. I turned left here to go up and pick up something to eat. But I drove all the way down a little bit later, and you'll see that later in the film. I got back in the locomotive to go get something to eat, and I wanted to drive down, this used to be Bill Williams Avenue, and I wanted to show some of the neon. I got back out late after dinner, and I took some handheld shots of this, so this is about 90 seconds of coming down the street here. Now I'm going to point out that right here on the right used to be where the Safeway is. Hold on. You know, when I turn the camera on, it takes 16 seconds for the notification that my microphone is on and the battery level, and the camera is on with the battery level, for it to come off and I can see what I'm filming. Idiotic. Not a good job here, DJI. Anyway, I'm at the Pine Country Restaurant. I talked about this earlier. I'm going to walk in and eat, and I'm going to do a Joe's Restaurant review, so here you go. You know, a place that has a row of benches in the front to wait for your table is probably pretty good. The menu is a pretty straightforward American comfort style food, and I ordered the roast beef dinner with the sides of mashed potatoes. It comes with the brown gravy and some corn. I have a bowl of homemade vegetable beef soup that I'm going to show you here in a second. Here's our quick little view of the dining room. I'm a little bit screwed up here. Here's my vegetable beef soup. I always order a bowl and never a cup because I'm a fat boy. And then the iced tea, which I love iced tea. And literally right when I turn the camera off from the soup, my dinner's here. So I'm gonna stuff my face and I'll let you know how it is. You know, I watched some food reviewers and they like to show themselves eating and talking about it then, but I usually wait to the end, but you never know, so we'll definitely see what's next. They are not messing with the size of the pecan pie, and they warmed it up. I took a bite and it's scrumptious. And a little more iced tea just because. I'm very happy with my experience here. Well, my take on the Pine Country is absolute. Look at this hat, Jesus. You know, I can never get any hat that I wear right. My take on the Pine Country is 10/10. My roast beef was excellent. The gravy was good. The portions were fair. The vegetable beef soup, you could tell, didn't come out of a can. Very good. The pecan pie was good. The iced tea was fresh brewed, and it tasted good too. My service was good. A little touch of in between dinner and the pie, but my server may have been the break or indisposed. So I got excellent service. Kiana was my server, and dinner was $36.95, and I tipped a 10. And it's only a couple of more bucks than McDonald's, which is getting to be over $30 these days, just for my big fat ass, which I shouldn't be eating any of this stuff. So anyway, if you're in Williams, Arizona, in Coconino County, I highly suggest you eat here. One thing about Williams that I noticed is there's like only three fast food places. There's McDonald's, the Taco Bell, KFC hybrid, and the Carl's Jr. and the Subway are up at the Loves. There's a lot more places here to eat down on the Mother Road downtown. I don't know if I've seen too much of that. So if you're just driving through Interstate 40, through Williams on I-40, passing through, well, there's like 2 or 3 places, and there's Loves and Maverick to get gas. But if you want to eat a sit-down meal, you need to come into town, and the Pine Country is certainly a place you need to consider for solid American-style food. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef, another Joe's Restaurant review. If you're watching the independent review, this will wrap up the video. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. We'll see you for the next one. And if you're watching my day footage here, I think I'm going to walk up and film a couple of the neon signs, and you'll see that too. So there you go. We'll see what's next, or enjoy your day. I screenshotted this earlier because I forgot to film it because I'm a doofus. But here's the mural for the opening of I-40, October 13th, 1984. God, Joe, that bypassed downtown Williams by I-40. The last part of the Mother Road bypassed by I-40, and here it is. Well, not exactly the Jackrabbit, but, well, here you go. Here's a shout out to the Jackrabbit. Packaged goods means liquor to go. And I don't know why they have to put a lamp right in front of the sign here. And the other side of the sign, the neon's out. So here you go. The City Tacos here used to be Adam's Grocery. This somehow was built in 1907. Boy, the sign's out on the Canyon Club. It's really a shame. The star and 66 in the middle of the sign isn't lit, but there's a lot of neon here as well. Well, I've had my dinner. I did a little walk and took some pictures of the neon. I forgot my back brace. Gotta do a little bit better job of this, Joe. I usually have one or two in the truck, and I don't know what happened. So we're gonna wrap this up. This is Joe, your host, Life with Yosef. The Winter 25 Extravaganza, or January 25 Extravaganza number 2. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for number 3 tomorrow as we head up to the Grand Canyon.